Oh, can't you see we're running out of time? You gotta lose your mind if you think you're doing fine.
Hey, let's live in universe. It's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K24 Universe Mode. Welcome back to NXT on the road to NXT TNA Worlds Collide. We are kicking things off with some tag team action. I do apologize. It's probably going to be a little bit of a more rapid fire episode of NXT tonight because, well, quite honestly, I just recorded Worlds Collide. I started recording Worlds Collide at about 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock this morning. It is now 10 o'clock tonight, and I gotta have this episode done for early access for the members before I go to bed tonight because I can't record it before 11 a.m. Monday because I go to work at 8 o'clock on Mondays. So, like, comment, subscribe, consider being a member to help me make this my full-time career. Cool? Thanks. If you already liked, commented, and subscribed, just tell your friends. Tell your friends that might like this show about LS11 Universe. You know, we're trying to get 10,000 subs before the end of the year. Figure I can shill that in the first minute, as Naomi has made her way to the ring for the TNA roster. She challenges Bayley for the NXT Women's title at Worlds Collide this weekend. She teams up with Fallon Henley, one of the challengers for the TNA Knockouts title this weekend. Fallon Henley making her way down to the ring. Big matchup here tonight for her. Fallon Henley makes her way to the ring. Now let's bring out their opponents because these two are teaming up tonight to take on the champions. First, the NXT Women's Champ. Here comes Bayley to the ring. Bayley ready for action this evening. Huge matchup coming up. Of course, I want to thank you all for joining us this week because this is going to be one of the biggest weeks on the channel. So many episodes coming out this week. Not only our normal 5 weekly episodes of Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, and SmackDown, but also Xandermania 8 on Saturday morning, as well as the Xandermania After Party ARW edition on Sunday night, NXT TNA Worlds Collide on Sunday morning, and the LSWF edition of the Xandermania After Party on Monday night. And a premiere of Monday Night Raw for Universe Mode next Monday. So Bayley has made her way to the ring, and she, of course, teams up with the TNA Knockouts champion, Steph De Lander. Steph De Lander and Bayley gonna team up tonight. Champions against challengers. Let's see how it goes. So who's starting this one out? Looks like it's Bayley and Naomi, the opponents for Saturday or for Sunday. I've got to get used to saying it's on Sunday, not Saturday. Without any further ado, here we go. As they lock up, Naomi caught by Bayley. Bayley goes after the arm, taking her down. And now Naomi staggers back. Bayley grabs her. Bayley with Naomi off the ropes, goes for her. Naomi kicks her in the ribs now. And Naomi Here we go. Naomi going with those kicks into some chops now. Knocks her back. Naomi grabs onto Bayley. Throws her into the corner. Tag is made to Fallon Henley. And if you're a veteran viewer, aka you've been around since 2K23 at least, and you're wondering about Fallon Henley and Bayley, we're just pretending it didn't happen. Cool? Like the old Math Whiz series. And it never happened. Off the ropes now. Bayley takes down Fallon Henley. Fez press, slamming her head into the mat now. Fallon Henley slips out of it now. Bayley's got her down. Bayley grabs a hold of her, grabs Fallon by the back of the head, taking her towards the ropes now. Bayley puts her in the ropes here, grabs onto Fallon. Fallon Henley dumps her over the top rope, and Henley laying her out here, and Fallon Henley mouthing off to the Knockouts champion here. Fallon Henley essentially telling Steph De Lander, keep your title warm, I'm coming for it on Sunday. Of course, Henley will challenge Steph De Lander in a, missed dive there for Fallon. Fallon will challenge on a fatal four-way alongside Jordan Grace and Mako Satomura for Steph De Lander's Knockouts title on Sunday. As now Fallon Henley gets Bayley back up to her feet, and Fallon Henley launches her into the corner. Tag is made to Naomi. Naomi and Fallon Henley double-teaming Bayley again. Naomi kicking away at her now. Naomi firing back at Bayley here. Naomi, no, knocked back. Bayley grabs a hold of her. Bayley has Naomi by the back of the head. Naomi elbows away at her now. Naomi knocking her back here. Naomi kicks her in the ribs into head scissor DDT. Cover on Bayley now. Into a cover. Bayley's down. One. Saved by Steph. And now Fallon Henley wiping out Steph De Lander here. Naomi firing away with kicks at Bayley now. Fallon Henley and Steph De Lander going out on the outside. Naomi, no, taken out of the legs by Bayley. Bayley pulls her in now. Bayley with Naomi off the ropes. Into Bayley to belly, taking down Naomi. And Bayley going to look for the rose plant to finish the job here. Bayley telling Naomi to get back up. Bayley kicks her in the back of the leg. And rose plant to Naomi. Taking her down now. Bayley's got her down. Cover on Naomi. 1, 2. Kick out from Naomi. It's Fallon and Steph brawling on the outside. Naomi looking out at the woman who took the Knockouts title from her. Fallon Henley is completely laid out Steph De Lander now, and Naomi tag is made to Fallon. And Fallon Henley knee into the face of Bayley. Grabs onto her, getting her back up to her feet now. Fallon Henley with Bayley. Bulldog takes her down. Into a cover now. Fallon Henley's got her down, and Fallon Henley for the 1, 2. No! Bayley kicks out. And now Fallon Henley's got the NXT Women's Champ down. Steph De Lander doesn't seem like she's particularly bothered about it either. She's really not had to get in the match yet. As Fallon Henley is knocking back Bayley, and Steph could just reach out and tag Bayley at any point, but someone tells me the Indie Goddess has no true desire to do that. There's a massive knee strike, and Fallon Henley picking up the NXT Women's Champion. It's essentially been a 2-on-1 match. Shining Wizard from Fallon on Bayley. Rolls her over into the cover. Fallon Henley for the 1, 2. She just pinned the NXT Women's Champion, and Steph De Lander doesn't look bothered. Bayley was just dominated in a 2-on-1 handicap, essentially, as Steph De Lander stood there and watched. Didn't have any reason to get in the matchup, I guess. I suppose for Steph, it's just a payday for the match without having to do any of the effort, and she doesn't have to exert any of her energy before the matchup on Sunday. Fallon Henley and Naomi dominate their way to the victory in the opening contest. We still got plenty more coming up. Jimmy Uso and Von Wagner in a NXT Reloaded rematch coming up next. But before that, we have someone declaring themselves for the NXT TNA 20-man gauntlet match. You know, being the Dawn of NXT's got its perks, right? I get shots at the tag titles whenever I want. Well, legally I can't say that I get the shots whenever I want. I get the shots when the general manager Bobby Roode is feeling generous, you know. He's got a very nice car, you know. It's good thing he's getting all these upgrades to it, you know, these refinements. But anyways, that's besides the point of what the Don's trying to say. What I'm trying to say is the other perk of being the Don of NXT is I I get to call my shots, so to say, and be in the NXT TNA Gauntlet. And the Don's got a pretty pretty spot, you know. So be ready to see me main eventing Stand and Deliver in just a couple of months. Alright, we've got some singles action coming up next. It's a rematch from Reloaded a few months ago, as here comes the leader of Team NXT for Worlds Collide this weekend. For those of you who don't know, it's going to be a 4-on-4 tag team matchup this Sunday. Jimmy Uso, as well as Obafemi, Odyssey Jones, and a fourth man that we are going to have revealed later tonight against Trent Seven, Eric Young, and ABC's Chris Bay and Ace Austin from the Bullet Club. Jimmy Uso has made his way down to the ring. He, of course, also is set a challenge for the NXT Championship at NXT Deadline in about 4 weeks from this Sunday. We'll have an official date for Deadline later on. It'll be right before the Royal Rumble, I'll tell you that much. I don't have an exact day right now. And now here comes Von Wagner. Von Wagner, he's trying to make sure that everyone gets tabled tonight. For those that are fans of Steven Larson like myself, he's the dumpster champ, is Von Wagner. So Von enters the ring now. Von and Jimmy going one-on-one. Any further ado, Jimmy Uso, he's been on a roll since he got to NXT. That's just to say the least as well. Here we go. Right hook from Von Wagner. He scoops up Jimmy. Body slam takes him down. Now Von Wagner pulls him in and kicks him in the ribs. And again. Into a clothesline. Jimmy goes down. Von Wagner into a cover now on Uso. And Jimmy kicks out. Jimmy, of course, inspired by his twin brother Jay. Super kick there. Who's become main event Jay over on Monday Night Raw. We saw him going head-to-head with the WWE Champion last night on Raw. Jimmy, for those that don't know, he came to NXT earlier this year after he was injured at Night of Champions by the Next Wave. Saw that Jay was thriving on his own, and so Jimmy decided to try a different path. He decided he was either going to go to NXT or SmackDown. He was originally planning to go to SmackDown, but then we announced the relaunch of NXT, and Jimmy thought, well, this is a perfect chance for me. Jimmy was never part of NXT before as he throws up the one. And Jimmy, here we go, come out the ropes. Massive dive to Von Wagner, taking him down. Now Jimmy getting him back up to his feet here. Jimmy Uso with Von. Throws him back into the ring now. Jimmy following back in now. And Jimmy getting Von Wagner back up to his feet here. Jimmy Uso chops him. Jabbing away at him now. Jimmy Uso knocking him back, running in here. Von Wagner grabs him though, and Wagner pulls him in. Big clothesline there from Von, takes him down. Von Wagner's got him down now, punching away at Jimmy Uso. Taking him down now. Von Wagner kicks him. Getting him back up to his feet now. Von Wagner, right hook, knocking back Jimmy Uso, kicks him in the ribs, takes him down with a right hook. Now Von Wagner grabs Jimmy by the neck, and Von Wagner with an elbow into the head. Down goes Jimmy Uso. And Von Wagner's got him again. Hits him in the head again. Kicks him down now. Jimmy Uso is down. Von Wagner grabs a hold of him. And knee into the leg of Jimmy Uso. And again. And again. Jimmy goes down now. And Von Wagner punching him in the face repeatedly here. Von Wagner's got him down. Kicks him in the ribs. Von Wagner getting Jimmy back up to his feet here. Von Wagner grabs onto him. Throws him off the ropes. Jimmy Uso ducked by Von. Von Wagner leapfrogs him. And into a big boot, taking him down. Cover on Jimmy Uso now for the one. And Jimmy Uso, he's quickly becoming a fan favorite here in NXT. These people are loving to see what happens with Jimmy. Each and every week, they're tuning in to see what's Jimmy Uso doing. But Von Wagner's got him up, and Von Wagner taking him down. I think Jimmy there has gotten tabled. On Wagner into the cover for the 1-2. Kick out from Jimmy. He's also unpinned and unsubmitted since arriving to NXT about 4 months ago now almost. It was mid-December, late November 2023 when we announced the NXT relaunch, and then he was, the NXT relaunch, it was like we announced it and it was back the following week. As Jimmy knocks back Von Wagner, Jimmy with a super kick, hits him with another one, takes him down. And Jimmy Uso takes down Von Wagner, going up to the top rope. Jimmy Uso looking for the splash to Von. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Jimmy Uso picks up the victory. Von Wagner takes it, tried to take him down, but in the end, Jimmy Uso picks up the win, the captain of Team NXT, standing tall. Oh, and there's Trent Seven. Trent Seven from TNA, the leader of Team TNA, the former NWA champion. Dropping Jimmy Uso, and Trent Seven hits him with a chop. And the lariat. Oh, hold on a minute. Well, this is the ghost of Trent Seven's past. And it's a man we haven't seen since Roadblock a number of weeks ago when he was dropped headfirst onto a chair. Trent Seven's protege, the man he trained, the man he helped break into this business alongside Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate. I think we now know who the fourth member of Team NXT is. And Trent Seven and Tyler Bate are face to face. It's like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan staring down. And Trent Seven essentially tells Tyler Bate, I guess I'll see you at Worlds Collide. So, you want to talk about Ultimate X. You want to talk about the NXT North American Championship. You want to talk about who should be the NXT North American Champion in the Ultimate X ladder match, right? Well, that's a championship that defines hard work. The champion that holds that championship should be someone who believes in justice. Not just any kind of justice, though. Hard justice. I've seen some of the names that are going to be in there. Axiom, Wes Lee, Matt Cardona, a man who needs to be dished out some hard justice, and Keith Lee. Some may not know this, but there's a very rich history with one Keith Lee and I. So if he's in, then so am I. You're going to have a new NXT North American Champion. And all 7 men in that match are going to fear hard justice. Yeah, that's right. Justice. Alright, it's time for some 6-man tag team action. Coming up next. As here come the Fight Factory to the ring. Mark Coffey, Wolfgang, Noam Dar making their way down to the ring. Noam Dar threw down a challenge to the other man that joins him in the upcoming Ultimate X match this weekend, Wes Lee. Find 2 partners, and Wes Lee, according to what I've heard, Wes Lee laughed when Noam Dar said find 2 partners, and Wes Lee said, you couldn't have picked a better time to tell me to do that. And well, we're about to find out why, because now, here comes Wes Lee to the ring. A man we're really seeing more and more of with this NXT relaunch. Wes Lee making his way down to the ring. This weekend, he's got a huge chance to try and become the North American champion, win a championship for the first time in his career. So Wes Lee makes his way to the ring. Who's he found? Oh, perfect. Two men that he used to know really, really well. From TNA, Zachary Wentz, Trey Miguel, the Rascals are in the house. Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, they used to run around with Wes Lee as the Rascals back in TNA before Wentz and Lee were actually signed to WWE a few years ago. Zachary Wentz released from WWE after, well, we'll leave it at that. Neither the time nor the place to talk about it. But he regained some good faith with some good people. He found himself back in TNA alongside his good friend Trey Miguel, and now the Rascals are back together, and now they really are in full force because they got Wes Lee teaming up with them. Here we go. Noam Dar and Wes Lee started out. Noam Dar grabs a hold of Wes Lee by the back of the head, taking him towards the ropes, puts him in the ropes. Noam Dar grabs him and punches Wes Lee in the back. And again knocks him back now. Noam Dar grabs a hold of him. Noam Dar punches him in the head, knocks him down here. Grabs a hold of him, getting him back up to his feet. Now Noam Dar throws Wes Lee into the corner. Noam Dar goes for him. Wes Lee counters now, and Wes Lee, with a big rolling kick there, takes him down. Back up to his feet now. Wes Lee grabs Noam Dar, throwing him across the ring into the corner of the Rascals. Tag is made to Zachary Wentz. And now, look at this. Big spinebuster, blockbuster combo there by the former MSK. Getting him back up to his feet now is Zachary Wentz. He's firing away now with kicks on Noam Dar, and Zachary Wentz coming off the ropes. And Dar catching him now, and now Noam Dar, hip toss, takes him down. Pulling him in here now, and Noam Dar, DDT, takes down Zachary Wentz. Noam Dar into a cover on Wentz. Kick out from Zachary Wentz, though. Now Wentz gets caught here. Noam Dar's got him by the back of the head. Zachary Wentz taken towards the corner. Noam Dar getting knocked back, though. Zachary Wentz answers back. Now Wentz grabs onto Dar. Here we go. Throws him across the ring into the corner of the Rascals again. Big kick there from Zachary Wentz. Into a double axe handle as well, taking him down. Kicks away at him now. Grabs onto him, getting him back up to his feet here. Goes for a chop. Noam Dar throws him off the ropes, and Dar pops him up. Spine buster to Zachary Wentz into a cover. Noam Dar, kick out from Zachary Wentz. Dar with right hooks, knocking him back here. Noam Dar shoves him back, grabs Zachary Wentz into Northern Lights, takes him down. Tag is made. Mark Coffey is in. Now Mark Coffey comes into the match now. Mark Coffey drops the elbow on Zachary Wentz. Taking him down. Wentz rolling for the ropes now. Goes out of the ring. And Mark Coffey, what's he thinking here? Mark Coffey's coming around ringside. Full head of steam. Mark Coffey catches Zachary Wentz. Sends him into the steps. And Zachary Wentz goes down now. Mark Coffey turns his attention to Wes Lee, knocking him down. He's got a hold of Trey Miguel. Zachary Wentz takes down Mark Coffey into a cover. For the no kick out from Mark Coffey. Zachary Wentz kicks him in the ribs now, and Wentz grabs onto him. Canadian Destroyer takes him down into a cover. He's got him down now. Zachary Wentz for the 1, 2. No, Mark Coffey kicks out. And now Zachary Wentz grabs onto him, getting him back up to his feet. Zachary Wentz with Mark Coffey back into the corner of the Rascals. Goes for him. Goes for a tag. Mark Coffey catches him. What a choke slam to Zachary Wentz into a cover. Trey Miguel looking to come in for the save. Makes the save. Getting him back up to his feet now. Mark Coffey grabs onto him. By the back of the head now, taking him towards the corner. Now, Zachary Wentz knocks him back here, and Wentz turns around, running back for the ropes. Tag is made. Wentz collapses in the corner now as Trey Miguel steps into the ring. Of course, Trey Miguel, when his other partners here in Wentz and Lee were signed to WWE, he chose to stay in TNA. And now he takes down Wolfgang. Decided to stay in TNA, do it on his own. We saw it worked out for him for a little bit. He got some singles wins here and there, but once Zachary Wentz returned to TNA, that's really when the Rascals started to put it in another gear. As Trey Miguel grabs the ropes, springboard, kick into the back of Wolfgang. And now Trey Miguel getting him back up to his feet, kicking away at him, chops him. Chop back, though, from Wolfgang. Grabs onto him, throws him off the ropes. Wolfgang ducks him, leapfrogs him, and... no! Countered by Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel, snapmare, takes him down, hits the ropes, and drop kick into the head, takes down Wolfgang. Trey Miguel getting him back up to his feet now. Trey Miguel kicks him in the ribs. Here we go, Trey Miguel's turn. Canadian Destroyer! So sick of that being used as a signature by everyone. But I'm turning into an old man yelling at clouds about it, so I've given up. I'm sure my father was the same way about super kicks 10 years ago, so... now Wolfgang grabs onto Trey Miguel, pulls him in. Trey Miguel kicks him in the ribs. And now Trey Miguel goes for him. Wolfgang sidestep for sidestep there. Snapmare from Trey. Slides in. Kick in the face of Wolfgang. Takes him down. Trey Miguel goes up to the top rope. Oh my god! Blasted by Mark Coffey. And down goes Mark Coffey thanks to Wes Lee. Noam Dar sent to the steps as well, and the Rascals turning things back around for themselves. Trey Miguel sneaking into the ring now, and Trey Miguel grabs Wolfgang, takes him down, locks him in a submission. Submission in on Wolfgang as Wolfgang about to tap out. Wes Lee keeping Noam Dar at bay here. Trey Miguel wrenching it in, Wolfgang in trouble. Submission is forced, and the Rascals, with Wes Lee, get the win. You know Wes Lee had to feel good having some backup tonight. But like this, if we ever streamline the series like I've talked about in the past, where everything would become one big roster across 4 shows a week, brand split across 4 shows, everyone's fair game, essentially, you'd see the Rascals back together. That's all I'm saying there. I'm not trying to tempt anyone to think one way or the other. That is essentially, that's a conversation Ray and I've decided we'll have again in a year. We come back to the idea every year. If we ever do the streamlining, that's when you know we feel like we're running out of ideas and need a complete reboot of the series, essentially, without completely rebooting the series. Anyways, the Rascals, Zachary Wentz, Trey Miguel, and Wes Lee get the victory. So for those that don't know, there has been a slight change to the Embassy of Erin versus the Gauntlet College of Technical Wrestling this weekend. Originally, we were going to be walking into a 4-on-4 match, as you all know, but there have been some issues that have arisen. Hank and Tank are no longer available. Chris Adonis is allegedly no longer available for Mr. Stevens. So, I would like you all to meet the newest recruit to the Gauntlet College of Technical Wrestling. This young man to my left is Miles Bourne. This young man has a lot of potential. I scouted him out myself, recruited him to the group myself, and he is going to be joining myself and Damon Kemp on Sunday in a 6-man tag team matchup against Aaron Stevens, Big Bill, and Brian Cage. May the best team win, because we plan to. Alright, it is our main event of the evening. Here comes Jinder Mahal to the ring, the leader of Indus-Sher. The entrance got messed up again. Awesome. I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyways, Indus-Sher making their way down to the ring. Jinder, Veer, and Sangha. Jinder main event Xandermania on Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Xandermania 8, the biggest one yet. Best of both worlds, ARW and LSWF both return this Saturday. And Jinder Mahal and myself main event the show for the first ever LS11 Grand Champion. to be crowned our second ever floating title alongside the NWA World title. Jinder Mahal, though, is going to find out what happens tonight when you say his name.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Because here comes the TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry, down to the ring. Hendry defends against Baron Corbin this weekend. Getting a bit of a champ swap this week. You'll see Andrade on Thursday on TNA. So Joe Hendry finds himself one-on-one with the biggest loser of LS11 Universe, Jinder Mahal, right here tonight in our main event. Also, if you're new here, Jinder and I have a very rocky relationship. So, Jinder and Joe Hendry one-on-one. Here we go! There's a clothesline from Joe Hendry out of the gate. Into another one, knocking back Jinder. Jinder Mahal, though, grabs onto him now, and Jinder grabs Joe Hendry. Double underhook. Lifts him up. Hendry counters. Into an arm drag on Jinder again. And now Veer and Sangha. Trying to distract Joe Hendry here. Jinder turns him around. Jinder throws him off the ropes. Goes for an elbow. Hendry counters. Joe Hendry coming in now. Right hook jabbing away at him here. Joe Hendry kicked in the ribs by Mahal now. Jinder Mahal leading into the ribs from Joe. Joe Hendry firing away at him again, wasting no time here. Knocking him back. Joe Hendry throws him into the corner. Big uppercut, knocks back Jinder. Joe Hendry into... No, Jinder counter. Jinder grabs Hendry from behind. Joe Hendry countering. Elbow strikes, knocking him back now, and Joe Hendry takes out Veer. Hendry doesn't fear Veer, it would seem. Hendry's trying to make this quick and easy for himself tonight. Clothesline to Jinder. Hendry grabs onto him, pulls Jinder in, lifts him up. No! Jinder rakes the eyes. And Jinder Mahal, oh no. Kaloss to Joe Hendry. Kick out from Hendry, though. That's the only move Jinder's done the whole match, so I'm not exactly shocked. Elbow strike. Hendry with a chop. Jinder chops him back. Hendry chops him back. Jinder chops him back. Hendry goes for the chop. Jinder counters. Jinder chops Hendry. Hendry chops Jinder. Jinder. No. Hendry counters. Hendry. Forearm strike takes down the modern day Maharaja. Joe Hendry gets him back to his feet. Bounces him off the turnbuckle. And now Sangha. Sangha yelling at Joe Hendry, and that caught him off guard for a moment. And Veer going under the turnbuckle pad again. And Veer knocking the turnbuckle pad off. And Joe Hendry taking a swipe at Veer and Sangha. Jinder. Oh, Hendry counter. Hendry. Standing ovation. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Easy pickings for Joe Hendry tonight. The TNA champ dominates his way to a win over Jinder Mahal, just like I'm going to do at Xander Mania on Saturday morning. Just get ready. That match is all about the entrance. Jinder ain't even landing a punch on me. Oh no, not again. Baron Corbin. He's been doing it every turn. Grabs Hendry and Baron Corbin. End of days. This isn't about fun and games. This isn't about you singing your silly little songs. This isn't about these people chanting along, singing along with you. This is about me, Joe. This isn't even personal anymore. It was never personal, Joe. As you lay there, I hope you hear this, or even if you watch it back, I hope all these people hear this. I have done nothing but bust my ass in this company for 10 years. 10 years! On NXT, on FCW, on Raw, on SmackDown, on WWE Live, on the road, everywhere. And all it's been is Baron Corbin's a big, bald, boring bastard. Baron Corbin this, Baron Corbin sucks, Baron Corbin's the reason ratings are down. Baron Corbin would have been a worse choice for WWE Champion than Jinder Mahal could have been. This Sunday isn't about Baron Corbin beating Joe Hendry's annoying ass, because trust me, he's annoying. You're annoying, Joe. I hope you know that. It's not about me having to believe in Joe Hendry. It's not about me saying your name. It's about me going out there and proving to every person who has booed me, every person who's called me boring, green, a waste of space, everyone who called for me to be fired for the last 10 years because they didn't like me. It's to prove them wrong. Never been a world champion, Joe. That changes Sunday. See you then. Count the days, because I'm burning Joe Hendry's believers to the ground.